I will now show you how to finish off your toe with the Kitchner stitch. So your yarn is on the back needle and you measure 3 times plus minus the length of the part you're wanting to use the Kitchner stitch on. So about that much. I just add a little bit for good luck, just to make sure you don't want to run out. You then have your tapestry needle, thread your yarn onto that, and off you go. The first 2 stitches are set up stitches, so you don't take them off the needle, and I'll show you exactly what you need to do. So your yarn is underneath, so you purl, you take your darning needle, you go into the stitch as if you were to purl it and leave it on. And on your back stitch, so the back needle, you go into the stitch knitwise and you leave it on. Give it a nice good tug. Now you start with the rhythm. Go a little bit closer so it's easy to slide them off. The first stitch, knit and off the needle. Second stitch, go in purlwise and leave it on. Go onto the back needle as if to purl and off, and knit but leave on. Back to the front needle. They're always 2 steps. As if to knit and off, purl and on. Back needle, as if to purl and off, as if to knit and on. Front needle, knit, off, purl, on. Back needle, purl, off, knit, on. Always give a nice tug. Front needle, knit, off, purl, on. Back needle, purl, off, knit, on. Front needle, knit, off, purl, on. Back needle, purl, off, knit, on. Front needle, knit, off, purl, on. Back needle, purl, off, knit, on. Whoopsie, make sure that that doesn't happen. Front needle, knit, off, purl, on. Back needle, purl, off, knit, on. Front needle, knit, off, purl, on. Back needle, purl, off, knit, on. Front needle, knit, off, purl, on. Back needle, purl, off, knit, on. Front needle, knit, off, purl, on. Back needle, purl, off, knit, on. Front needle, knit, off, purl, on. Back needle, purl, off, knit, on. That's your last stitch on your back needle. Drop it. And now, as you've done with the others, you knit the last one off. Look how beautiful that looks. There's absolutely no seam, so there'll be no rubbing on the toes. This is just absolutely perfect for seamless joining. So you will have like a little knobbly there, but don't worry, because you have to work in your yarn anyway. So you can just, catch it as you work in, pull it to the inside, and work it in like that. I know it looks like I'm pulling it out, it's just easier to see, but there you can see it actually works in perfectly. There we go. You've done your perfect Kitchener stitch.